Well, hello everybody. We have a very special solar eclipse edition of my ongoing YouTube series. And since we have this once in a lifetime event of a total solar eclipse over my part of Fort Worth, the camera is in fact pointed out my office window. So that's why you're seeing a view and not my smiling face. Let's talk about some things. I figured it was a good opportunity to maybe do something of a retrospective of now that it's been, gosh, more than well over 5 years since I had a stroke, and it's been more than a year that I've been doing these videos. And Saturday was my 27th wedding anniversary, so kind of a lot of milestones. And I'm looking out my window right now, and it looks really pretty dark. I think there's light adjustment on the camera, so it's going to look brighter than it actually is until it gets really, really dark. So, and then it'll be dark for about 3 minutes, I think, before it starts getting lighter again. So, since I don't work from a script or anything like that, I'm just going to extemporize some commentary as it gets darker and then keep going until it gets lighter. So, hopefully, you'll bear with me. Or if you just want to watch the video, I suppose you can turn the sound off. So anyway, it's really getting dark now. It's really kind of surprising, and one of the things that's most surprising is how quiet it is outside. I don't hear any birds. I don't see any of my neighbors' dogs running around. I guess they think it's nighttime, so they've all gone to nest. And so, it's really getting dark now. So anyway, let's see what's been going on. Gosh, I've done quite a few quite a few videos over the last year. This, I think, is my 19th episode, maybe my 21st overall. And I haven't exactly been burning up the internet with responses and with views of the videos, but it's always nice when somebody watches. It's even nicer when somebody leaves a comment or sends me an email, because I'm really interested in your reactions and also the kind of experiences you've had in your life and how these things have affected you. So, gosh, just thinking the last year, what's changed since I started doing these videos? Well, let's see. I got to do a couple of public presentations. Of course, the one that I did at TCU, and there's some audio from that on my YouTube channel. And I was really hoping I could get more opportunities to talk like that, because I really enjoy doing it, and people seem to like listening to me talk. So, and maybe there's more of that in my future. I certainly hope so. Wow, it's really dark out now. I mean, you can watch it it's like black as night out, and it's 1:35 in the afternoon or something. So, anyway, but along the way in doing this stuff, I've met some nice people, some really helpful people who have encouraged me in my journey, and I've met a few people who've told me that I've helped encourage them, which is really what this is all about. I mean, I'm not really trying to get rich and famous by doing this, which is a good thing because it's not working. But I am trying to do something useful that will help encourage others, because I don't know anybody who gets too much encouragement in his life. So if you do, let me know about it. Oh boy. So I have to admit, I know I did a video on frustration, and there's a lot of frustration. I'm frustrated that I'm not further along, and I'm frustrated that I'm still having certain pain that I've had for 5 years, and I can't tell you how tired I am of it. I am so tired of hurting all the time. And I'm tired of not being able to sleep through the night or only sleep a couple hours at a time. I don't even remember what it's like to get a good night's sleep. I don't remember what it's like to wake up and not be hurting. And yeah, I suppose part of that is just getting older. I know. I mean, I'll be 66 years old on the 19th of April of 2024. Hard to believe I'm going to be 66. It seems like it wasn't that long ago. I was just turning 40. So I have a saying that time flies when you're having fun, and once you turn 40, it flies anyway. That certainly is borne out by my experience. So yeah, it's something. But one thing, a good thing I'd like to report, and this has happened so subtly I haven't really noticed it, and that is that I am regaining use of my right hand. I mean, I can't use it a whole lot, but now I routinely use it to do things like pick some simple things up, or I can use it to hold stuff that I wasn't able to do for nearly 5 years. Now I can do them, and I don't even really think about them. And it really kind of surprised me. It was a week or so ago. I was talking with a friend, and I realized that I was doing something with my right hand that it's like, wait a minute, I didn't used to be able to do that, and now I'm doing it, and that's really pretty cool. So I'm enjoying that. One of the things you'll think this is probably a little silly, but it's kind of a milestone for me, and that is I can make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich now pretty easily. I can put the jar of peanut butter in my right hand and then scoop the peanut butter out with my left. Prior to this, I had to set the peanut butter jar on the countertop and then kind of chase it around, with a spreader in the jar and try and get the peanut butter out. And it was really frustrating, and I could do it, but it took forever. And I was back in my bachelor days, making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich was something that took about 20 seconds. It's like get out the bread, slap some peanut butter on, put on some strawberry preserves or something, put the other, slice of bread on, and you're done, right? You're out of there. And when it was taking me like 5 or 10 minutes to make a sandwich, it was really annoying, I gotta tell you. So now I can do it a lot more expeditiously. But it's funny how when you're on a long, long, long improvement trajectory, you don't always notice all the things that that you can do that you didn't used to be able to do. So, and luckily, I haven't really lost too much. If I've been concerned about one thing, it's that my right knee is really bad. I've had bad knees for a long time. As some background, when I was young, like a teenager and in college and that, I didn't drive. I walked everywhere, and it wasn't unusual for me to walk 10 or 15 miles in a day. And I had very strong legs, but I didn't really appreciate it. But at the time, I was ruining my knees and my feet. And part of that is because I have a slight birth defect in my legs, that my lower leg bones are fused. So I take a tremendous amount of impact with every step. There's no way to absorb that shock in my lower leg. And believe me, if you're not aware of how much your body's doing that, when it doesn't happen, you really take a pounding. And over the years, it's just accumulated. And I know I had a knee injury in my right knee it was right after I got married, so 27 years ago. And I know at the time the orthopedic surgeon said, the cartilage in your knee is pretty well shot. I know it hasn't gotten any better in the last 27 years. So, hey, it's already getting lighter out. Wow, this is really amazing. I hope you can see it on the video. I hope it's been worthwhile. So, anyway, in terms of other milestones, like I said, some milestones in my recovery that have gone unnoticed because they're so slow. And some other things, like I said, 27 years of being married. I mean, that's a long time, I mean, it's 3 times 3 times 3, right? And my wife stayed with me through it all, and believe me, there have been times it's been really tough. The first couple of years of our marriage, we didn't have a lot of money because, as I alluded to earlier, I had a knee injury. It happened right after our wedding, and I was in a wheelchair for 4 months, and then I spent 2 more months on crutches, and I couldn't really work, and I had some other issues going on. So our marriage has been happy but not easy. So those of you who are married can probably appreciate that. Those of you who have never been married, well, let me tell you, you're going to have some things happen in the course of your marriage that are going to make your life seem like a real challenge. But at the same time, the reward is if you're really in love with each other, you see it through and you get to the far side of it and you look back and you go, wow, that was tough, but I'm glad we made it. And once you realize that by loving each other, you can get through some really, really tough times, it really strengthens you. And let me tell you, as you get older, the tough times are not going to stop. As your body starts to fail, hopefully your mind won't start to fail. That's a real issue for a lot of people. It's all these things you thought married life was going to be like. It's not really like that. It can still be very happy. My wife and I are very happy. She could leave me anytime she wanted, so I couldn't stop her. And she's still hanging around, so I'm very grateful for that. So anyway, well, on that note, it looks like the sun is coming back. It's getting a little brighter out. So that was a real adventure for me. So thanks for letting me prattle on for a little while as we watch the Eclipse together over Fort Worth. And we'll see how this goes, and I'll see you again in the next video. It tells me it's just at 10 minutes. So thanks a lot. Comments and emails are always welcome. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.